Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey everybody, assholeconsulting.com, go there, give me my blah blah blah. This is a two-parter question, but we already answered the second question in an email because it really didn't pertain to helping anybody else out. So we'll just do the first question here. Dear Cappy, I have two questions for you and would be interested in your consultation. Question one, I'm wondering what to do next. I'm a 25-year-old American woman and I am finishing my master's in European studies. There's Europe, study it. I think the master's degree was a good opportunity because I won a full ride from the EU for it. I got to live in Europe for 2 years on the EU's dime. Well, yeah, but you wasted 2 years of your youth. Before that, I got my bachelor's from the State University in Sociology and Communications and minored in Economics and Business. Yes, Jim, come here. All right, I'll quit being a dick. I guess I've been an idiot. But I took an IQ test, it got 135. See, you're not an idiot, you just were lazy. So I hope I can recover. Well, with an IQ of 135, you have the ability to do so, absolutely. Now I think going into business is best because I want to be a contributing member to society. I have $30,000 in student loan debt, so I need to work, but I don't want to be career obsessed because I want to be a wife and a mother first and foremost. I like research, so I'm thinking about the market research field. What is your opinion on market research and is it worthwhile? What do you think I should do? Would it help to study statistics more or maybe Excel? I don't think I could deal with any more time in school. Well, tough shit. You wasted 6 years, dude. That should have been spent on STEM or engineering or accounting. Anyway, here's the thing, and now I'm not going to bore the client or the audience with this, but given the situation you and your husband have, and I even took notes because the more and more I thought about it, this is about your only thing that you can do. We could talk about what do you want to get into. Market research? No, admit it. Dude, just admit it. You don't want to do anything hard. Okay? That's easy ass shit. Oh, I think this. No. I think this will be cool or easy. No, that doesn't apply anymore. Especially when you're 30 grand in the hole. All right? And then you complicate it by, you also want to be a mother and raise the kids, and then you married a Muslim guy, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but the traditions that you are going to adhere to is that you stay at home and raise the kids. You are not the investment vehicle. You are not the money generator. That's the husband. You are to stay at home by your own admission and because you've converted to Islam, you are there to raise the children. Right? That's what you've agreed to, that's what you've married into, and that's what you have to do out of honor or respect to the vows you've taken and your husband and the family. All right? So both of you have worthless degrees and both of you don't have employable skills, but you need to get out of debt. Now, I agree with you, and I'm presuming your husband would agree with you on this, that both of you would like to be out of debt before you raise your children because it will make things a lot easier. Now, thankfully, in the grand scheme of things, 30 grand is not that bad. You still fuck the pooch on this one, but it's not unrecoverable. But the fact is that since you want to raise the children, and you've kind of more or less committed to that, the way to attack this debt and then raise the children is going to be, okay, what role is the husband and wife going to take? To take out the debt and then be in a position to have enough money to start and raise and support a family. So since you want to raise the kids, that means you don't get the education. Okay, now this doesn't mean you can't teach yourself something or you have the time, but it's also your debt too, I might add, by the way. Somewhat unfair to ask your husband to pay for it. So what I'm going to recommend you guys do is a husband-wife duo, tag team, Batman and Robin duo. You are going to work 2 jobs. All right, and they're going to suck. They're just going to suck because you don't have any employable skills. You could go back to college, but it's going to waste more time. You're going to push your age. You're going to run the risk of having retarded or what's it called? Something genetically, healthily wrong with your children. You're going to go into more debt, and then you may or may not get a job after that. So what you're going to do is in, I'd say, 2 years, you should be able to knock out that debt. You're going to work 2 jobs. It's going to suck. That's the price for laziness up front and wasting your education on worthless degrees, and then you pay off your debt, okay? Your husband, who also has a worthless education, you didn't tell me what it was, but you said you meant in theology class, so I assume he's a theologian, or maybe majored in divinity studies, I don't know. But he ain't no Cisco certified engineer. He needs to get some skills. Because he's not the one that's going to raise the children. He needs to work. So what he's going to do is he's going to work, help put the food on the table for the both of you while you help contribute to the family as well and pay off your debts. But he is also going to go to school for some kind of STEM or accounting type trade or skill. Now, because you mentioned, what was it, your dad was a programmer and his family is also business oriented, I think programming would be a great skill for your husband to learn. Okay, if he's married to you and you got an IQ of 135, he can't be too much of a dummy either, because you don't get too far away from your spouse's IQ. So he's probably very, very intelligent as well. I don't know if you know how intelligent you are. Read Curse of the High IQ. You are very, very, very intelligent. I mean, there's only about 2% of the population that's smarter than you. So I'm assuming he's also very smart, and he's also very capable of becoming a programmer or something like that. And your dad could kind of handhold him or tutor him, stuff like that, kind of give him the context and hold his hand and even ideally maybe land him a job. So while both of you for the next 2 years, you're working 2 jobs, he's working 1 and learning how to become a programmer. So by the time you have your debt paid off, then you get pregnant, you keep working, he hopefully starts landing jobs. He starts getting certified in Python or C# or whatever else. Now he starts to have a career. By the time that kid comes out, you're both debt-free. He's got a pretty good, decent paying job that can support the family. Hopefully he's got insurance. I would almost ensure that he has a job that pays insurance, or you have a job that pays insurance that you can sacrifice while you have the kid. You have the kid, boom, you're the stay-at-home mom, and now we got the perfect June Award nuclear family. God fucking bless the U.S. of fucking A family. 2 parents, 1 income, 1 parent staying home taking care of the kid. Okay? That will provide the most stable upbringing for your child. That will allow you to be the stay-at-home mother. It will also allow your husband to develop a skill in the meantime, that he has now a career that could support a family. And then the entrepreneurial and this is not to say you're just going to work and be a slave and then you're going to be a stay-at-home mom and that's it. Then what you're going to do, because I like your entrepreneurial idea, and plus this will give you a skill down the road, you could also learn programming. That'd be cool too. Nothing wrong with that. Make a good amount of money. But if you really want to do this entrepreneurial endeavor, I would recommend, when you have free time, either you're laid up at the hospital or the kids are asleep, is you study accounting. Now, it's one thing to learn accounting so you can do the books of the family business. That will not get you employment. You may want to think about taking classes as an accountant kind of part-time, and it will be amortized over the course of you rearing your children. So your children, depending on how many you're going to have, you got at least 5 years until that kid goes off to school. So over that 5 years, you could take classes online, self-study, and hopefully get accredited classes. I would recommend ASU online or Western Governors University. You could take classes online that are accredited and start slowly earning your degree towards accounting. That will give you an employable skill, a skill that you could get a job with, but also, if you wanted to, run the family business that you originally listed with your husband. So if you guys play your cards right, in 7 years, 8 years, he's a pretty high-level or mid-level computer programmer making pretty good bank supporting his family. You are a great stay-at-home mom, raising good, well-adjusted children who aren't going to go out and shoot up a school because they didn't have their mom around or the dad around who was divorced or anything, because it is a good old-fashioned USA nuclear family. Then, once you're done raising the kids, you should have enough education, maybe even your bachelor's degree, in accounting by that time, but not going into debt because it's amortized over so much time. Plus you got your master's, so already, you got your prereqs out of the way, so it's not going to take that much. And now you also have a skill that you could start your own career in once the kids are out of the house or in school. Or you could go ahead and support the family business, and maybe you guys make a lot of money running that business on the side. But until you pay off that debt, and you have to realize, if you want to have kids, the husband has to be the sole breadwinner. He's the one, he doesn't have to work 2 jobs. He gets to work a job and then he gets to go and teach himself programming or take classes in programming. Because in the end, one of you needs an employable skill so that you can stay, and it's got to be the guy because you want to stay at home and raise the kid. That's how it's got to be. So anyway, I hope that helps. Hopes you get a little bit of structure, a little bit of an outline or a guideline. Talk it over with your husband, see what he thinks, and then, definitely hit up your old man for some advice and wisdom on that programming stuff, because right now, you guys cannot afford, you can't even afford yourselves. That's why you guys are in debt. Anyway, best of luck to the both of you. Toodles.